You said the only things that exist is what I subjectively...
What I choose to believe exists.
That's it.
Like depression doesn't exist for me, but depression exists for you.
Okay, that's fine. So when the truck that you're not seeing and hearing runs you over flat in the road, it's not in your subjective experience until it hits you, and then it becomes an objective reality.
If I've seen it, then yeah.
No, you've not seen it.
So
the one that comes and catches you unawares.
Yeah.
Because you're saying only what is in my awareness is real. So when something that's not in your awareness, like the truck that comes and runs you over, then where is your competitiveness? I'll tell you where it is. It's flat on the road. Allow me in your imagination, because obviously your imagination controls the universe that you're in. Allow me to have that discussion. And
I will never get depressed, you will.
Okay. Subjective again that you're making claims.
No, there's proof in it. There's scientific proof that depression exists.
How can a figment of your imagination get depressed? Because I don't really exist, right?
I do not give a shit. I am in a more competitive environment than you guys, right? I'm 21 years old, and if I'm saying I will never get depressed no matter what happens, my mother could die, my brother could die, I'll be like, okay, I still got work.
Because they don't exist. They're not real in your imagination.
No, they are real.
They're not real. I'll tell you why they're not real.
Yo, you've been saying the whole time that this is real and this is not real. You don't even know how I think.
That's the point that you're making. You don't believe that Mount Everest
I don't think you know how you think either.
Have an experience.
Set of beliefs and systems that I have is through my own emotional experiences. I gave the example, right, of the car incident. Imagine, but do you understand? No, because you're looking for objectivity. It's not going to happen in a subjective situation.
Okay. If you think that only if you exist, so there are a group of people who say that whatever's in my stream of consciousness, that exists. So when I look around, whatever I can see and I can experience, that is real. Outside of that, may or may not exist. Is that your position?
Because if I will only believe things that bring me power. I live in the reality of this world. The reason I live in the reality of this world, I believe logic.
You don't live in the reality of this world.
Why do not? Because I don't subscribe to Islam.
This world does not exist for you.
Why?
Only whatever's in your stream of consciousness exists for you.
Yeah, my reality of this world, yes.
No. This world does not exist for you.
Why not?
Because you're talking about your reality.
But I think it exists for me, so it does.
There we go. You think it exists.
And it exists.
So that's the whole point that's being made to
but
you.
Me saying I think means I know. Yes.
Because you're making an assertion from a position of uncertainty.
No, I'm not uncertain.
You're uncertain.
Why?
Does Mount Everest exist?
Does Mount Everest exist? No, from my opinion, I don't know.
You're uncertain.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying to you.
But I don't care.
No, I know you don't care.
So like,
we're trying to have a conversation. Let me explain to you. Because you're saying that, you said that you are saying that whatever I experience, whatever I can interact with, whatever I can feel things about, is what's real.
Hang on.
One second.
Yes. Okay, yes? Let me ask a question after this.
Okay, is that correct? Am I misunderstanding you?
Yeah. Let me ask you guys one question, yeah? And I want to know your answers truthfully from your objective realities, yeah? Imagine you
we're not saying we have objective reality.
That's fine. I just want to hear your opinion on
I
this.
said to you, balance of probability.
Okay, can I hear your opinion about this then?
Yeah, ask the question.
If you guys both go into 10 different car crashes driven by 10 different women, but the probability and the assessment by all the scientifically backed sources said that women drivers are better than male drivers, would you then still treat, when you see a woman driver, would you treat them the same way as a woman or would you look at the objective data that says that men are worse drivers?
Okay, so now we're talking about two different things.
No, we are.
I'll tell you why.
No.
We are talking about this earth, tree, the camera in front of you, the air that you're breathing. Is that real or not real?
Bro, answer my question first. Answer my question first.
But because you're talking about assessing different scenarios and
coming to subjective judgments.
So
yes.
that's what I'm saying to you.
But can you answer the question?
So this microphone, is it a scenario? Or is it actually?
Ask me the question. I'll answer your question after you answer mine.
I've answered your question.
No, you haven't.
I've
tangles.
answered your question.
The tangles and what would
I've
you
answered your. Listen to what my answer is. You're talking about something that's different.
Okay.
We're not talking about the same things.
So you're not going to answer then?
Okay,
look, it's very easy.
We are talking about trees and rocks and mountains.
In that scenario, would you?
Oxygen.
In that scenario.
1 second.
Okay, sorry, go on.
We're talking about these things, the things that constitute the reality.
So you haven't answered the question.
And you're talking about assessments that people are making.
Let's deal with your.
Look, okay, thank you.
So now what you said to me is you're sitting with 10 women.
Yes.
They all have accidents.
Yes.
Which 10 women?
No, like they've crashed your car.
Forget that.
The women don't exist.
I know, but let's just humor it.
No, women
I've
exist.
never experienced them.
I know, exactly.
I don't feel that.
I don't believe they exist.
experience.
Yeah, I
So,
don't believe they
don't-
exist.
Which
yeah.
women?
Okay.
Which cars?
Yeah, exactly.
Which cars?
So let me
How come
let me deal with your question.
There's no cars above.
Yeah, I know.
There's no women.
It doesn't matter. Let's
They
pretend
don't
they
exist
are.
because whatever's in my
I
subject.
know, I know.
That doesn't make you competitive. That doesn't make you competitive in this world that we live.
Let's pretend they exist.
There's no world to be competitive
Okay,
in.
hold on a
above.
second.
You're not going to answer the question.
I'll answer it directly. I'll answer it
Yeah,
directly.
please.
But you're getting my point.
So I've been in a car with 10
so
different
wrong.
women, and
There's no world to
they all had
exist.
accidents, right? They all had accidents, right? Now I could do two things now. I could either get emotional.
No, but you can't exist to get
Hold on a
emotional.
second. I could either get emotional, and I could base my opinions purely based on an arbitrary decision, on anecdotal evidence,
Yeah.
or I could supersede my emotions
Yeah.
and use my logic and my reason,
So what's the answer?
which I could go to the data
Yeah.
and I could challenge my opinions
Yeah.
and say, actually,
Yeah.
statistically, it is still on balance of probability better to drive with a woman. And I would probably go with that decision.
So you will.
I will still drive with a woman. And I'll explain to you in real terms why that's the case, right? I'm not fearful, for example, of flying. I love flying, right? Love flying, right?
You'd ignore your own emotional
Hold on a
responses
second.
and how you react to the situation
Absolutely.
to suit.
Absolutely. So when I'm in an aeroplane, I don't feel any fear in an aeroplane. You know why I don't feel fear? Because I know that statistically, it's one of the safest way of traveling. Now, what you're saying to me with your smile
Yeah.
is that
Honestly.
you would be with 10 women, and then you'd think the women were crap at driving.
Yes.
Right.
Just an example.
Okay.
They're probably not.
Okay.
The date says that,
So-
but it's an example.
Okay, so you would do that, right?
Do you know why I do that?
No. Before we get to why you do it,
Okay.
you agree that you would do that, right?
I'm answering the question.
No. It's a yes or no.
But I'm answering why I do as well.
No,
right?
not why. I don't want to know the why just yet.
He doesn't exist to talk.
I don't want to know the why just yet.
In my
I just want
subjectivity,
to know the fact that you would
But
do
actually
that.
doesn't exist.
No. I would just want to know the fact that you would do that, right?
I would choose, right? If I got in 10 different car accidents about 10 different women, I would then 100% think to my head, okay, I need to be careful around women.
Women are bad drivers, right?
I would think they're worse drivers than men.
Okay.
If it's 10 different
So
times,
you would believe that, right?
in 10 different
Okay.
times.
Is that actually true, though?
In my reality, it's true.
No, in your opinion, not reality.
Reality is an opinion.
Well, no, reality is
Not
what's
an
real.
opinion.
Or my reality.
No.
This is the crux.
What,
part.
your reality is
no,
not
no.
right.
Look, let's be very careful here.
We are.
The reality of things is as they exist,
Yes, in your own head.
not
No,
how
there we
you
go.
would like them to
That's
exist.
the point here.
You can choose how it exists. You can choose if you're depressed or not.
No.
You can't choose if you're
Look,
depressed.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm going to stop talking to you.
Why?
Because it doesn't exist.
Because
you believe in objectivity, I believe in subjectivity.
No, because I'll tell you why. I'll
That's
tell you
why.
why I'm going to stop
Interesting.
talking to you. I'll tell you exactly why.
Please,
right?
please.
Because
The
I
figment
think it's.
of your imagination is talking
I
to
think
tell
that
you
it
why.
is. I think that it is so logically incoherent.
To what? To believe
Let me
subjectivity?
just finish. I think it's so logically incoherent.
You haven't provided an example though.
Well, I'm just about to.
Go on, wait.
I think it is logically so incoherent to deny analytical or empirical evidence and simply supersede that because your feelings tell you otherwise.
Because your experiences say otherwise.
No, feelings.
So I've experienced 10 different crashes. That's not an experience.
No, because your ultimate experience should be that 10 accidents do not reflect upon the millions of women that drive cars. But you have jumped to a conclusion that 10 is a big enough sample
In
for-
my own, what happened to me.
Exactly.
Imaginary world that
In
you-
your
you
imaginary
think.
world.
That doesn't
It's not
actually exist.
imaginary
Which
world,
doesn't,
it's a subjective
which
reality.
doesn't,
Which is the same thing.
which doesn't,
because it comes from your
which,
consciousness.
which unfortunately is detached
One second,
from
one second.
reality.
So in
I was attached.
Because the reality is that women are better drivers than men.
Did you say that with chess? Say that with
That's
chess.
the reality. Now, see, look, now you're talking about chess.
No, like,
No, we were talking about driving.
yeah, no, but you do actually think
The
that.
objective statistical reality as we have it in this country is that women are less likely to have accidents than men.
This is why objectivity doesn't
But
work.
you would go against that
Yes.
because your feelings tell you otherwise.
If you ask every
this is-
real guy, if
Real?
There's
What's
no
real?
real guys.
no, like
What's
when
real?
I'm like
Guys in your-
masculine men,
with-
masculine, like,
Ma-
you know,
mas-
like,
You mean chauvinists?
what's a show? I don't know.
Well,
what it is.
people who just put women down all the time.
No, they're not pulling women down.
Obviously, it is. If you lie about somebody,
We're not
They don't
lying.
exist.
if women are better drivers and you say that they're worse drivers, that's lying about
Are
them.
Are you really going to argue with me that women are better drivers than men?
Yes, statistically they are, yes.
They don't exist.
Yes, statistically
exist
they
with
are.
women,
No, hold
no.
on a second. So you think to be a real man means to tell women that they're bad drivers?
No, I never said that.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
You said real men.
No, you didn't let me finish when I was
What
talking.
were you going to say about real men?
I just wanted to say a big thank you, Jazakallah khair, to all of our supporters on Patreon and also all of you who have subscribed to the channel and are making comments and likes. All of this helps to support the dawah. And mashallah, the money generally goes towards transcripts, translations, and also the shorts that we're doing regularly, alhamdulillah. And all of that is having an impact on spreading the dawah. So Jazakallah khair, inshallah, keep your donations coming and help the dawah to grow. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
There's no such thing as real men, subjectively real men.
What do real men think?
I'll tell you what they think.
Please, tell me.
So what the masculine men think,
Masculine
right? The
men,
protectors,
yeah.
the providers of the households,
Yeah.
what they think, right, is that I will look after my woman. I don't want her to
I'm
do
talking
this.
about driving
Yeah,
now.
I'm going to get to
Yeah,
driving,
get to
right?
the driving,
Yeah,
yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
And I will look after my woman.
Yeah.
I'll make sure she's all right.
Yeah.
And if she's driving, I'm more emotionally stoic, so I
Okay.
know that I can handle stressful situations. If the car
I'm
goes
safer
quick,
driving. I'm safer driving than
well,
she
you have a
is.
better stress tolerance. That's why
Okay, but do the statistics show that?
men are better stress tolerance. Yes.
No, that they're better drivers. They have less accidents.
The reason why they have more accidents.
So they do have more accidents.
The reason why they have more accidents is because women don't speed. But
So-
when you
okay.
speed,
So
you
men-
are a better driver.
So men have more accidents,
Men are better drivers by far.
but they have more accidents.
They have more accidents because they drive. They actually
So
drive.
they have more
They actually
accidents, but
drive.
they're better drivers.
Men
Man,
have-
what planet are you on?
You're
You
arguing
know how
me.
crazy this
You're
sounds?
arguing me that
I mean,
females
this
are
is
better
nuts.
drivers.
This is nuts, isn't it?
Do you really believe this?
So who's a better driver? The one who crashes the car or doesn't crash the car?
The one who actually can drive and is stress
The one who
resilient.
crashes the car or doesn't crash the car?
Of course, the one who doesn't crash the car.
So women have less crashes. So they're
Men
better
are-
drivers.
No, because you're looking
Oh, they're
at
not
the-
better drivers.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because-
And what
It's a
evidence do you have
subjective
to establish
in
that?
his universe, we're subjective.
all
universe.
okay.
All the women are bad drivers.
No,
Stop
I never said
listening,
that.
stop-
Never said that.
stop
Hey,
listening.
F1, look at F1, look at F1.
Stop
F1,
listening.
hang on,
Oh
F1.
my God, don't go down there.
It's
F1 is not
F1.
dri-
It's F1's not driving.
Don't-
F1's not
don't
driving.
go down there.
F1 has all the best male driving. If a female was that good, she would join F1. She's not because
Why
she's
are you
not a
talking
better.
about
Because
women
that's
and men?
driving. That's
Why are we
driving.
comparing
You don't
women and men?
understand that in F1 that the best drivers
why
are
are you talking
men.
about a world?
That's the truth.
Why-
Is that the
one
truth?
second, one
Is
second.
that not the objective reality?
Listen to me.
Is that the objective
One second,
reality?
You don't exist. You don't
No,
believe in
no,
it.
you do- is that the objective
You don't
reality?
believe that.
So you're not gonna answer the
No,
question.
no.
I'm
The
gonna
objective
ask you-
reality
I'm
is
gonna
that there are more men that drive F1.
So
The objective
name
reality.
one girl that
Hold on
drives
a second.
F1.
Hold on a second. Look, this is how you're laughing as if you're making a profound point. here.
Yes.
But
They're
you-
the best drivers in the world. F1.
Bruv, you're giggling and laughing
Yes.
as if you made a profound point here.
Is that not
But
a
you,
profound
but you don't
point?
exist of us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, man.
This is the problem. There's a
But
problem.
do you believe F1 is the best drivers in the planet? Those are the best drivers in the planet, or not?
Can we
Do you
have
think women are better than F1 drivers? F1 male drivers?
One second. Can I answer your question?
Is that how you think?
That the F1 has the best drivers in the planet, yes.
F1 has the best drivers who drive on the track.
And is that not
on the-
driving?
on the planet. Does that mean that therefore men are better drivers than women?
If you are both put in the same situation, a man and a woman, I'd have the person.
So why do men have more accidents?
Why are the F1 people the best?
Why do men have more accidents?
You're not going to answer my question. I'm not going to answer yours.
F1 drivers crash
But
all
he
the
doesn't
time.
exist.
No,
He's
it's my
not-
subjective
no,
reality. Do you understand what I'm saying with that?
There is no.
Sorry,
he doesn't
women.
exist.
I try to defend you, but sometimes you just can't defend women in front of some people.
I don't hate women.
Women
I'm
are
just,
bad drivers, even though
I wanna protect
statistically
women.
they have less accidents.
I want to protect
So
women,
in his
provide for women. If a
You
woman
want to
ever
protect,
asked me,
you want to protect women
Of
by telling
course.
them they're crap at driving.
no, I'm just providing logical thing. If my woman
What was
came up
the,
to me and said, "Hey, can you drive my car? Drive a car." I think I'm more stress resilient than her, so I drive my car and take care of her. I think that they are more emotional,
But
especially the
you're
feminine
more
women.
likely to kill her in an accident, though.
No,
Of course you are.
that's your opinion,
That's
man.
the stats.
That's the stats, man. And the F1 drivers are the best drivers. So if I'm a
Stats
top
don't
driver,
exist,
Yes.
if
Stats
I'm
don't
a top driver, then I'm better than all the women.
Stats don't exist.
How old are you?
I'm 21. How old are you?
I'm 55.
Jeez, you've been doing this a while.
I've been talking and contemplating on things for a while.
It's interesting, isn't it? Doing all this.
I suspect that as you gain a few years,
That I join Islam.
You may reflect on the conversation that you had today, and you may think differently.
Unfortunately,
I hope you do, in fact.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll change because you're 55 now, innit? Your beliefs are already set in stone, so there's nothing
Well,
really
my beliefs may be set in stone, but they've come through experience and knowledge.
Yeah, experience, personal experiences.
And statistics. And evidence.
And believing that the world exists.
And believing
and there is a
that
reality
the world exists, and believing
that,
that there are...
independent of your personal
and believing in I don't believe in illogical fallacies and fallacious
Yes,
arguments.
that men are better drivers than women is illogical.
I believe that things either exist or they don't exist.
So men...
I don't believe in this quagmire that lies somewhere between or around this concept.
I don't believe in depression. I'll never get depressed.
Because
You will.
you're not able to define it for me.
What? The quagmire? The subjective reality?
You haven't defined whether something can exist or not exist, or there is another option beyond that.
Well, I don't know. I haven't experienced it, so how can I say if it's done?
How's it
What's that going to help me with my goals in life? If I... Yeah, tell me how knowing that the universe exists will help me in my goals in life. Please.
If there is an objective reality independent of yourself...
What are you going to get up?
Yeah,
go on, yeah.
Which is the position that I hold, that whether you exist or not, this earth is going to be...
How's it going to help me?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to let me phrase it.
Go on.
So if you're not patient for the answer,
go on,
and that's your subjective reality you're in, but allow the other person your subjective figment of your imagination. I know that I don't really exist in your mind, but allow me...
No, I'm seeing you, I'm talking to you,
so,
you exist,
so
you don't worry.
allow me in your imagination, because obviously your imagination controls the universe that you're in. Allow me to have that discussion. And
I will never get depressed, you will.
Okay. Subjective again that you're making claims.
No, there's proof in it. There's scientific proof that depression exists.
How can a figment of your imagination get depressed? Because I don't really exist, right? I'm only existing if I'm in your reality according to your imagination.
I think you exist.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I'm talking to you.
But talking to me that makes me exist?
And
when you're not talking to me, I don't exist. So if I stand behind you...
No, I think you're a real person.
If I stand behind you and you can't see me and you hear me, then does that mean I don't exist?
No.
That's the point that we were making to you.
No.
That there is an independent...
Because I know you're a real human, because I've seen you.
No.
So
independent of your personal subjective experience, there is a reality. That's the whole point here. And that means if there is a reality that's independent of your personal subjective experience, you have to come up with a reason to explain that. Now, if it's everything, now only what I see and imagine and feel is real, my truth, then his truth is he's a fish, their truth is that they're gold.
And that's what's happening now, isn't it?
And that's the problem.
Yes, but it's a double-edged sword. A lot of people go the other way, I'm going that way.
Wait a second, but it's not a double-edged sword.
Yes, it is.
Because one is
because no one's believing.
No, one is delusion.
They're both
one
delusion.
is reality.
We're all delusion. It's all delusion.
No,
anyone who says they're a fish and anyone who says he's the most competitive person on the planet, that he will work hard, he will provide for his family, he will take care of the people around him, he will only believe things that give him strength. Someone who doesn't care if he gets depressed or not, I do not give a shit. I am in a more competitive environment than you guys, right? I'm 21 years old, and if I'm saying I will never get depressed, no matter what happens, my mother could die, my brother could die, I'll be like, okay,
because
I still got work.
Because they don't exist. They're not real in your imagination.
No, they are real.
They're not real. I'll tell you why they're not real.
You've been saying the whole time that this is real and this is not real. You don't even know how I think.
That's the point that you're making. You don't believe that Mount Everest
exists. I don't think you know how you think either.
Haven't experienced it.
I just don't believe in objectivity like you.
Yes, that's the whole point. If there are no objective realities, then everything is a subjective reality.
It is, because he believes in depression.
That's the point. Forget depression. That's the point that we're making.
And I don't believe in depression. Is that
that's
true?
That's the point that we're getting to, making to you. That if there are no objective realities, then everything is a subjective reality. So what is it subject to? You said my consciousness and my experiences. You disagree with that?
What? That's subjective, my consciousness.
What is the reality that is subjective that you have, that you believe in, the subjective reality that exists? What is it subject to?
Subject to my own experiences.
And consciousness, exactly.
Yes.
So whatever is in your mind you think is real, and what you experience is real, but everything that you don't experience you say is not real. That's not the reality.
Well, I can look at data as well. Look at
what data? Based upon what?
See, you're not allowing me to explain my mindset. You're just tearing it down without... Yeah, so I'm saying I will look at data, I will look at analytics of X, Y, Z, I will look at all the things that's happening around the world, but I will only adopt the most competitive mindset in the situation. You could tell me, and you could give me 100 case studies that depression is real. I will never believe it, because that's not competitive.
I'm not interested in depression.
Yeah, but I am, because that's a subjective reality.
Let's get to the reality of this thing now. So you said that whatever you experience and is in your consciousness is what exists. Everything outside of it doesn't exist.
Anything I choose to believe.
Okay.
I can choose my beliefs. I can choose my beliefs.
That's fine. So if you want to believe that nothing is real, then there's no...
I don't believe that.
That's just what you did. You said the only things that exist is what I subjectively...
What I choose to believe exists.
That's it.
Like depression doesn't exist for me, but depression exists for you.
Okay, that's fine. So when the truck that you're not seeing and hearing runs you over flat in the road, it's not in your subjective experience until it hits you, and then it becomes an objective reality.
If I've seen it, then yeah.
No, you've not seen it.
So,
the one that comes and catches you unawares.
Yeah.
Because you're saying only what is in my awareness is real. So when something that's not in your awareness, like the truck that comes and runs you over, then where is your competitiveness? I'll tell you where it is. It's flat on the road.
Yeah.
Flat on the road.
Yeah.
You've got zero competitiveness. Because why? You live in a delusional bubble that whatever
Everyone's
is my
delusional.
Whatever is my subjective consciousness is real. If that's the case, then that means that you are vulnerable to the realities of the world.
What are the realities of the world that I'm vulnerable to?
That truck that's going to run you over that you're not aware of in your consciousness.
So you being objective wouldn't run it over?
That sniper 200 meters away who's got his gun pointed at you, going to shoot you, that you're not in your consciousness that is real, you're vulnerable to that.
How are you not vulnerable to the same thing?
I'm telling you, I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah, please explain. How are you not vulnerable?
I'm talking about your mindset.
No, but your mindset would be the same. If a sniper is trying to shoot us, it doesn't matter if we're objective, we'll both die.
In your reality, that sniper doesn't exist.
Bro, until I die.
No.
And then I'm dead.
Then you're dead. It's too late. One second.
Okay,
in my reality, the truck existing is a possibility. The sniper existing
You're
is a possibility. 1 second.
Go on.
So it's something that if I'm in that scenario that I can be aware of and think about and react to, because I know that there are things that are real that are not in my subjective conscious experience.
I agree.
No,
yes, I do. Why not? Why not?
Okay, let me ask you the question.
No, because if I see a truck coming towards me, I'm not going to run on the road and say, So
you're changing the...
Hang on.
Let me give you the paradigm. 1 second.
No, you just gave him the paradigm. Let me explain it. You talked about the truck and you talked about the sniper. That's two paradigms. You just gave me two.
Let me give you...
Let me ask you the same question.
You're changing what I've said.
You just asked two paradigms though.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I am. You're changing the paradigm.
Let me clarify. You said the truck that I'm seeing. That's not what I said to you.
So how would you react differently?
I'm telling you now.
Yes.
I'm talking about the things that are not in your consciousness or awareness.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You're saying that if that's not in my consciousness and awareness, they don't exist.
Yes.
That puts you at a competitive disadvantage.
Why?
Because you're not open to the possibilities of them existing.
So I'm not open to the possibility that a truck can run me over?
One that you haven't seen or experienced. Yes.
Well,
because it doesn't exist.
So I would run on a road because I think a truck will run over. You would die the same way as me.
Changing the paradigm?
That doesn't make sense at all. Can you understand that?
No, it wouldn't. And I'll tell you why. Because
we both would die in this situation. Doesn't matter if you're objective or subjective.
I'm open to the experience.
I'm open to it as well.
I'll tell you why you wouldn't.
Please go on.
Because a warner would come, and he would warn both of us. Be careful. That top of that building, there's a sniper.
Good man, thank you.
Be careful of this road.
Thank you.
There are constantly trucks going there.
A moral person.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
You would deny the evidence.
Why would I?
Because you haven't seen it.
Subjective experience.
You haven't experienced it.
If some random guy...
You could make an emotional decision.
You're telling me what to believe and not to believe. I'll tell you what I believe. Can I tell you what I believe then? In that scenario that you just said that I believe certain thing. If some guy randomly came up to me and said, hey, there's a sniper going to shoot you, you should move, I would move because there might be a chance. Why would a random guy tell me that? That's so...
Great. So we moved on a little bit
So
now.
you do
without you realizing
the existence of things
not really.
existing that are not in your personal subjective experience.
Hey, no, I would take it. It's more competitive to move a few inches to the left than have your head blown off for the sake that he might be right.
Why would you move for something that doesn't exist?
What do you mean? Why the sniper exists?
No, you haven't seen the
sniper.
You haven't seen
it.
You haven't experienced the sniper.
But I am more likely to survive if I move. So why would I not do that?
So you're going by balance of probability?
I'm going by the likelihood.
Balance of probability.
I'd trust that person, yeah.
Balance of probability.
If I didn't move, what would happen? I might die.
Balance of probability.
In what sense? Yes.
Do you know what balance of probability is?
I understand. I don't know what you mean.
So you would go by balance of probability.
No, I would trust that person if a random person told me that.
This is why I don't like having these discussions.
Why? Because
because you know where that question is going to lead to.
Thank you.
So rather than answer it honestly, you're going to skirt around the bushes. You're going to skirt around the places. Because you know that if you say yes, balance of probability, then we go back to the beginning of my conversation with you, which was that we act upon balance of probability. Let me talk. You know where the conversation was going.
No.
So you won't answer the question.
No, I'll answer the question.
That's being dishonest.
I'll answer the question right now. You're letting me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
How would you make your decision when the warner came to you?
A what?
When the warner came to warn you about the sniper and the truck, how would you make your decision?
Very good question. I'll tell you exactly right now. I'll pretend. I hope that you're the type of guy that would help me if a sniper.
What type of guy I am?
Okay, that's fine then. You would be the type of guy that you'll be the warner.
How would you
if
come
you're
to
the
that
warner,
decision?
yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm setting the stage for the situation. If you're,
Hey.
this is my last point, by the way. I think we've got a good discussion.
Yeah, I think the discussion's probably run its course.
Sorry.
Yeah, but in
My foot was real. I'm sorry, apologies.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I already know it's real. But
How would you arrive at the conclusion that you need to indeed protect yourself from the sniper and the truck because of this person coming and telling you?
let me tell you.
What would be the reason,
Logical reasoning. Yes.
thing that you would use?
Perfect. All right. You ready? So, I'm gonna set the scene where you're the type of person. You're gonna warn me of this sniper, right? We're both on the street. There's a sniper there. You see the sniper. I'd hope that you'll tell me, hey, move right now. The sniper's about to shoot you. I would trust you, a stranger, because you're a God-fearing person, or we live in a God-fearing person.
You don't know me.
Yeah. So you wouldn't trust me.
No, I'm saying you don't know me. I'm a stranger. I just come there. And say, guys, watch out! There's a sniper there, and the truck's going to.
What's the negative of not trusting you? I could have my head.
Again, talking about the reaction of something.
That's how you come to a judgment, to see the positive and negatives, and then choose a judgment.
I'm talking about a statement that I've made. How would you?
I'm doing that.
How would you rationally judge that statement?
I am rationally judging
it.
it.
What would be the faculties that you would use?
I'm trying to explain it, but you keep interrupting me, right? And saying it's reactionary. I'll tell you exactly why. So the way I would do it is if you told me, a person, that your sniper's going to blow your head off, I would move because if I don't move, there's a small chance I might die. It might be a 1 in a million chance. I don't care. I don't know what the probability is, neither do you, that you're lying or a random person's lying. There's no probability there that you can rationalize and come to scientific data. I know that for a fact that if I moved, I have a higher likelihood of not dying, so I'd move.
Balance of probability.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I'm trying to understand it.
Thank God.
I thought you meant like.
We got there at the end.
Yes.
We got there at the end. So
there are
basically,
possibly things that can exist that you're not aware of.
Exactly.
It's better to plan like a competitive person.
Now you see what's happened here in this conversation.
100%, bro.
What's happened?
I haven't changed at all.
What's happened? Well, look.
I think you guys misunderstand me, which is the problem.
When you become stubborn in your thinking.
Is that the same for you?
That I'll tell you why.
Because you back up by science.
I'll tell you why that's not the case.
You're backed by science and not your experience.
Just relax and let me answer, right? You have to be open to learn. If after learning something and accepting, actually, yes, it is balance of probability, therefore things can exist, despite me believing in them or not believing in them, then the whole conversation we've had changes.
Oh man,
you
can choose what you believe.
Now, if you've said to me at the end, I'm not changing my opinion on anything despite saying what you just said,
Opposite thing.
then what that tells me is that despite agreeing to something being the more correct, let's say, path, I reject that path. I'm going to stay on the path that I'm staying on. I think that's not a wise or sensible thing to be doing.
Yeah, so you framed it in an incorrect way. I've always said from the very start that my mindset is the most competitive in the world, and the reason it's the most competitive in the world is because I only believe things that can help me not die sooner and to achieve the goals I have set in this world. That's the way that the elites view it. That's how the most competitive people in the world view it. So most people, the common men, will believe that a woman is a better driver than a man, even though that's false. And the most competitive people will know that's wrong.
Well, statistically, it's true, but
yeah, that's why the common man believes it, right?
No, but is it statistically true or not?
Is it statistically true? F1 drivers are not better?
No, I'm asking you, do women have less accidents?
The most competitive man is a better driver than the most competitive woman.
Look,
I'm a competitive person.
Do you appreciate why women might not go into F1?
Tell me why women aren't going to go into F1. Please tell me.
No, I'm asking you.
Do I know why women are going to F1?
Why might there not be as many women
doesn't exist,
accessing F1?
It's not a subjective reality.
Why is there not as many women in F1? Because it's harder for them to stay calm under pressure. It's easier for a man. And you need muscle fibers, and you need to make sure it's all right.
Women don't have muscle fibers.
No, like stronger muscle fibers. Men have stronger muscle fibers. We can agree on that, please.
Which have you seen them? Are they part of your subjective?
There's a lot of women MMA fighters that would probably.
It's boring, bro. It's just boring, though, isn't it?
But this is the thing.
No, because you don't.
Know reality, and then everything, whatever you wish.
I choose what I believe. Yeah.
That's the problem.
You could talk to me the same way instead of trying to question that everything I'm saying is wrong for some reason, even though I'm telling the truth.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're saying it's true despite the evidence saying otherwise.
The major difference is
The evidence
You're
that
saying
a man,
it's true despite the evidence saying otherwise.
there's no. The evidence is that the most competitive men on the planet are better drivers than the most competitive women on the planet.
No, you know what? Where you're conflating issues here. You asked me a specific question, didn't you? You didn't have nothing about F1, did you? You said to me, if you sit with 10 women drivers, did you say they were F1 drivers?
I'm talking about the most competitive people. That's why I said it.
Hold on. You said 10 women and they have all of that.
So you don't want to answer that?
No,
bit?
because your initial question, because you've changed it.
But would you answer the new question?
Because you moved the goalposts. Because you knew the initial question was
You
going
don't
to
want
end
to
up
answer
in
the new question.
You knew that the initial question
exist,
ended you up in a dead end. So to escape that dead end, you started
No
talking
dead
about
end.
F1.
No dead end.
Okay, your question was, if you sat with 10 women and they all had accidents, would you believe that women were worse drivers or better drivers than men? And I said I would still think women were better drivers because statistically they have less accidents. When I asked you the question, do you believe somebody who has less accidents is a better driver? You said yes.
Can I ask you a question?
You said yes.
Sure.
No, you said yes. Did you not say yes?
So what, the women in driving accidents? Sure.
A person who has less accidents is a better driver.
Sure.
You said yes.
Sure.
No,
a
you
better
said-
driver? No, the most competitive man
No,
on the
you
planet
said
is a better
yes.
I'm
woman.
about to leave your conscious subjective
You said
experience.
yes.
Very nice to talk to you, yeah?
Right? You said yes. Right? You said yes, right? You said yes. Statistically, somebody who has less accidents is a better driver, right?
No, I didn't.
Now.
Well, if I said it, I apologize. That's not what I meant.
So now you're taking that back, are you?
No, I've never said it.
You did say it. It's on
I'm
camera.
pretty sure- Yeah, that's great. I hope you release the full thing. Do you have a
We
YouTube
do,
channel?
Of course.
That's amazing.
Of course we're going to release the full thing.
Like, I respect.
So the difference
can I-
between me and you then
yeah,
is
please.
this.
Yeah. If I did, I
I'm
apologize.
prepared
I don't remember.
to revise my opinions.
You're 55. You're not going to change.
See, again, you're talking.
It's hard.
You're talking
It's hard.
as if you know about these things.
It's harder to change your opinion when you're later on. That's why you indoctrinate from young. That's why the kids now believe LGBTQ.
Let me educate you.
Because it's easier to indoctrinate a child than an old
Let
man.
me educate you.
You're not old, Talon.
Let me educate you.
Yeah, please.
It depends on how you think,
Right.
not on how old you are.
So a child is not less programmable than a man.
A man can be programmable.
So a child isn't more?
More than a child.
So a man is more
If he's
programmable than a child.
If he's intellectually needy, if he doesn't have the faculty of reason.
You don't believe that
if he doesn't
emotional
have the-
experience.
If he doesn't have the intelligence, if he doesn't have the ability to investigate.
I've really
so there
enjoyed
are many
this discussion.
factors.
I've really enjoyed
There
this.
are many factors. Okay. Now
Really
the point
enjoyed
that I've
this.
made to you is that the difference between you and me
Yes.
is that I'm prepared. You see, look, you're 21, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're not prepared to change your opinions.
yeah.
Let me.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
You're saying I'm stuck in my ways at 55.
Yeah.
And at 21,
Yes.
you've just literally come out of nappies.
But I'll tell you why.
No, listen. You've literally come out of nappies, right?
21 years old.
Literally, right? From my perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
And you are not prepared to change any of your opinions.
Why?
Hold on.
Why do you think?
I haven't finished my thing.
Okay. Do you know why though?
Despite the evidence or the weight of the evidence
That women are better drivers
that
than men.
counters your opinions.
Okay.
On the other hand, I am prepared to change my opinions
Okay.
based upon the evidence
Okay.
that is provided in order to do so.
And you'd believe
So
in
in
depression.
reality, you're more stuck in your ways, my friend, than
And
I am.
No, I agree because I'm a competitive person. I'll only believe stuff that makes me
Okay,
competitive.
so therefore your argument
you-
about me not changing my mind at 55 is irrelevant.
Okay.
Because you're not prepared to change your mind at 21.
Let me ask you something. Last question, I promise. Right? If there comes a study out that tomorrow that the sky is always being purple, every day it's been purple, and there's a study and it's scientifically backed X, Y, Z, would you ignore your own eyes and say the sky is purple?
If I could be shown why my eyes have misinterpreted the sky color, then yes, I would be prepared to look at the evidence. So I'll give you an example.
Go on. Sorry, go
So
on.
you're smiling a lot.
Yes.
But you might learn something.
I am learning, bro. I honestly am.
Do you know your eyes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know the light that they pick up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you know that there's a visible spectrum?
So am I not seeing the
Do you know
right
that there's a
things?
visible spectrum?
So am I seeing the wrong things?
Do you know that there is? See, now I'm questioning you about your knowledge about what you've just
About
spoken
eyes?
about. Yeah. Do you know that your eyes have a visible spectrum of light that they see?
Yes.
Yeah, you seem very sure about that, or unsure. Are you sure about that?
You just said I'm both. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
You're sure, yeah? Is there a spectrum of light that you're invisible to, that you can't see?
UV waves, so probably.
So there are
Probably.
spectrums of light that you can't see.
Probably, yeah.
Right. Do those things exist even though you can't see them?
Do those UV waves exist? Yeah, it's probably in a science book. It doesn't make me more competitive to believe if it does or doesn't, so why would I care?
See, again, we're going down the same
Why do you want to
conversation.
know? Why would you want to know everything about everything? I don't understand it. Why won't you just want to know the things that are beneficial to your life? Knowing a UV light is going to affect your light, where you perceive light or something that you can't even see. That's not competitive. The most competitive mindset is, oh, I need to provide for my family. I need to learn ways to make money. I need to learn to go to the gym. I need to learn ways to network better. These are the things that high value and competitive men do. Not sit here and argue about men being worse drivers than women.
Who is able to make better decisions? The one with limited knowledge or the one with more knowledge?
It depends how specialized the knowledge is. If me and you had a discussion about money, I think I'd know more about money than you, so I'd be better in that conversation. If we talked about, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about,
So,
you know more.
So a person who has more knowledge about a subject
Yes.
is more likely to make a better decision.
Yes.
Yeah? What you're telling me is, why do you want to attain knowledge? Why do you want to get all this knowledge when in fact I'd rather know less because it serves my purpose of just doing what I'm doing?
How does knowing some random stuff about UV light help me gain
not
money?
talking about UV
no,
light.
but it has to be specialized knowledge. Obviously, the person with more specialized knowledge on, say, money or fitness, they'd be better competitive. They'd work out
Yes,
better. They do
yes.
exercise. That's how you have
So
supposed to do.
knowledge changes your perspective, right?
Bro, of course, specialized knowledge and belief
right.
in that knowledge. Believing that, okay, if I do this 20 times and experiencing it, I get muscle.
Yes.
That's how it works. Not, oh, the science that says this is that. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, we're all
So-
different humans.
So basically what you said to me is, the knowledge of something changes your perception of it
The knowledge of something changes your perception of it.
and your ability to judge it.
Yes, but you should also always think of it in a sense of power. Do not let anything take power away from you.
Well, that's a reaction to it.
Yes, and you
But
shouldn't.
understanding it and understanding its existence doesn't change. But the knowledge changes it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Brother,
Anyway.
very nice talking to you. What was your name?
My name is Abbas.
Bas.
Yeah.
Sorry if we got a bit here, but you know
No,
our passion.